So this SAT question is telling us to describe the function f. So the first thing we want to look at is the type of function we have. When we look at this function, it's a straight line. Straight line. What does this mean? Whenever you have functions that are just lines, that's a linear function. So from our options, we realize we have increasing linear and decreasing linear that satisfy the part that has linear. So our next question is it increasing or is it decreasing? Increasing or decreasing? So the rule of thumb is that an increasing function moves from left to right. As we can see, it moves from left to right, while a decreasing function moves from right to left. A decreasing function looks like this. You understand? Yes, that is the rule of thumb for an increasing function. So maybe let's try and understand, what does increasing mean and what does decreasing mean? That means that increasing means that every time we put in the value of x, the value of y increases. What does this mean? If I put in a 1 in the function, the value is, I'm just giving an example, the value is 20. If I put in a 2, the value is a 25. However, for the decreasing function, if I put in a 1, I may get a 20. But if I put in a 2, I'll get a 15, right? So this is what determines what an increasing function is and what a decreasing function is. It's about the next value of x. Is the next value of x giving us a y that is bigger than the y for the previous function of x? You understand? For the previous value of x. So it's about you comparing 1. If I put in 1, it gives me a certain value. It gives me, okay, 2. If I put in 2, it gives me a 4. If I put in 3, it gives me a 6, something like that. So you realize that this value is bigger than this value because the 3 is also bigger than the 2. So it's about comparing the x's. But in this case, we have a function that is going through 0. So if we look at this function, we realize we have 0, 0 as an x value. I'm trying to read from the curve. And then we have a 2, 1, 2, 1. Then we see we have a 4, 2. So you're seeing 2, 4. 4 is greater than 2. The y value is also greater than the value for 2, if that makes sense. So in other words, the answer we have is option A. It's an increasing linear.